Alrighty, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Take from Project Open Mike. Hope you guys are doing well. Another good Friday. Hope things are going well for everybody out there. Yes, it's been a crazy week, and we're gonna have the guys on to talk about this craziness, of course. So I'm gonna introduce them in. Let me make sure we have everything with the how that works out. So, Trip, how you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Dandy on this quiet night, even as a. Oh, wait a minute. Seems like we got something going on on the
Don't do
telly
this
on my
again.
side. Seems like Joe Biden is speaking right now. It's like, prior day,
Yeah.
tragedy happened this week, and we lost another soul. For shooting from an officer. It was just a child having a knife play. That we should look all to Europa. You King. What? United Kingdom. Thank you. They're having a blast with knife plays. All right, and with that, let's introduce our other guest.
Kanoshi, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on? This is Kanoshi Abominito. Why didn't you shoot them in the leg? His legs are too small of a target. Why didn't you shoot them in the air? What comes up must go eventually come down. The velocity of the bullet could hurt someone. Why didn't you calm down the situation? Right? Well, there wasn't no calming down the situation. The girl was about to get her throat slit. It's like some of the things these people say.
And the officer literally told her to stop.
Multiple times. All right. Well, before we get into that, Mr. Anderson, how you doing? So, how you doing tonight?
I can barely breathe.
Okay, that's weird.
That's what happens when you wear a mask for so damn long.
Okay.
Oh, I thought there was something
In
about
LA.
Yeah, I thought it was something about the children.
I thought you were making a joke about yeah.
I know, right? This is a bad joke, but I get it. You know.
Well, the whole thing's a freaking joke, so what more can I just say about it?
Got you. I got you. All right. Well, yes. So let's get down to the nitty gritty and let's not play around. Let's not beat around the bush here. So, first of all, yeah, I'm gonna say that apologies for those. I'm gonna rebroadcast it tomorrow. What happened, last night, the last night show. So we talked about what's going on, but since the guys are here, we're gonna let them talk about how things are working now. So this week, as I said before, was a crazy week. Crazy week. You can't write this stuff. Okay, you just
Oh
can't.
yeah.
Oh no!
You can't. Just
And I'm laughing here just so I don't have to cry.
You don't even live here in the States.
but I get it. I understand how it is. So
Live here in the States.
so with that state set up, that's how it goes. Okay. So what about? So of course we had a Chauvin case, Derek Chauvin, George Floyd. Now you won't get more of my
Commentary.
commentary and stuff. Like I said, if you go to YouTube, Project Open Mic, if you miss it, Tempo people got it last night, but and stuff. And if you want to check it out, you can check it out on YouTube, Project Open Mic on YouTube, as the back catalog. So right now, we had a case. Of course, he showed all verdict. All it was, all charges. He was guilty at. And I mean, people was like, "Oh man, hooray! We got a verdict. We got
Like, it's more like
justice and all
that's more
that
like,
stuff."
yay! We won! We won! What the frick did you won?
Chris Rock's joke about with O.J. Simpson. Yep, we repeated the same thing over.
And O.J.
Speaking about
Simpson
O.J.
himself commented on it.
Which, yeah, that
Which was
definitely cut
that
me
was
off guard.
weird. That was weird. I ain't gonna deny that. That was weird.
Has there ever been a sitcom on TV written as well and as ridiculous as real life?
Nope. You are correct about that. You are definitely correct about that.
I think it's going to be even better once we go to a certain topic.
Yeah. Well, I don't want a certain topic, but anyway. Oh, I think in that regard, people are like we got justice and all that stuff. Look, sorry. It was
That is-
like I said, I thought it was gonna go to again manslaughter. Yeah, that I figured that's what's gonna happen. But the one now with murder 3, maybe I could see that. Murder 2, I didn't see that, but again, they didn't want to start riots and everything, and then you got that senile bat, Maxine Waters.
Yeah, I saw an article, and nothing might end up coming out of it, but they said that the case might actually be thrown out because of what Maxine Waters said and because of the riots threatening the jurors. So,
Well, there's going to be riots regardless.
yeah.
And we have one still right now.
No, there have been riots, and it's funny again. The Capitol, yeah, we had the insurrection, blah blah blah. The Capitol people, nobody had guns and all of that stuff right there. But the ones in Ohio, in Portland, in Seattle, where they really took over the government.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, when they took over the government building and do stuff. Oh, those are not insurrection. No, we don't count those now. Come on.
If I remember right, I'm pretty sure Antifa burned down some federal building somewhere.
Yeah, Portland.
Portland.
Of course.
Yeah, Portland. Where else is it gonna be? It's not gonna be no place else. Come on now.
What about
And
Chicago, LA?
And also that
Chicago's burning down himself. LA's burning down himself. Yeah,
and then also that resurrection of an autonomous zone.
Oh, in New York, in Manhattan, yeah. So
Another Chaz.
good luck. I wish them the best luck on all that nonsense because I don't. Wish them the best of luck. But point taken, how that is, and for me, it was Nancy Pelosi with her Marlboro looking butt. About looking up like George Floyd sacrifice so we can have justice. No, George Floyd silly died so you would get more power.
Or power.
You Skeletor.
No, so you can retain your power.
No, that's not retain. She got more power. Don't retain. She got more power. That wasn't.
Oh man, you know what? That sounded more like Highlander. Like
not really Highlander. She sacrificed. She did what she did to sacrifice. It was sacrifice, all right. So she could get more power. That's what it was, and they got more power.
Yep.
People keep giving it to them.
Yeah, people look into to most Democrats, and that's supposed to like they're the moral high grounds, whatever. I'm like, are you kidding me? As much as she said, "Well, I'm a Catholic," I know that old bat-looking woman gonna be right there in hell. I mean, she gonna be down there in hell. She and Lucifer incarnate Maxine Waters.
Oh.
I just don't like those things because they don't do their jobs. They just pander and do money. They don't do we're making better. Look at Nancy Pelosi's district. Horrible. Look at Maxine Waters' district. Super horrible. And that's why the ugly old woman does not live in her own district that she represents.
Which tells you something.
Hell, just drop the weave and everything, the wig and everything. Heck, my grandma got more black hair than that woman. And she got mostly gray hair. Oh my goodness.
Well, this is all real and natural. These women are fake, more plasticine than flesh.
But yeah, not supposed to get so much daggone plastic surgery. She can't smile right. And that is a fact. That's literally a fact.
Wow.
I am not dissing her. That literally is a fact. Look at her face. She looked like the Joker. She got a weird smile when she smiled. Cause she has plastic surgery. She has done so much Botox and stuff to her face.
Would it be worse than Kamala Harris? Gag.
No. Kamala Harris, her laughter is annoying.
All right.
That laughter is annoying. And she needs to learn how to control that because she does that in the most unopportune time. Hey, Kamala Harris, China just bombed us, bomb LA. Oh, don't worry, we're gonna keep on talking. Don't worry, we're gonna do something about it. I'm like, what's wrong with you, you crazy lady?
Yeah, I mean, this is usually what happens at the end of society. A lot of the crazy people end up taking over.
Well, yep. The crazies take over the insane asylum.
Is it really the end of society here? There's nothing we can do about it?
I don't think it's the end of society, but it's gonna be a long burn. That's just one of those things. Because the difference between Romans and the Greeks and all that stuff is they had outside people who want to destroy them, and which we do, which America do, but Greece and Rome, Italy, whatever, those are cities. This is a whole country, so it'll take a while to break it down. It's happening, but it'll take a while to break it down.
And then what? Most of us haven't ever lived.
Well, hell, I don't think it'll happen in my lifetime. No, your lifetime, maybe at the end, maybe at the ending part of it. But yeah, at that point, I'll be like, well, as Loose Black said, give me the sweet, never-ending sleep that I always been searching for. That's what it will be. I'm not gonna rush nothing. So, but again, and the reason I said it's not justice, really per se, it's not because that the jury didn't that found that they're okay. Let me put it this way: that the second-degree murder was a stretch, which it was.
Yeah.
It's because the Jews were threatened, which again, that was crazy. That whole situation was just as bad. I don't care if I'm not George Floyd. What do you call it? Chauvin was a bad person, all that stuff, blah blah blah. He didn't get a fair trial. He just didn't. Okay, he never did.
Yeah.
This was so public. You was not gonna find 6. You were not gonna find 12 impartial jurors. Never.
You
could pretend. They could pretend it, but it didn't happen. Go ahead, Trip.
Yeah, I've also heard that the Chauvin was going to plea for manslaughter, and he got denied of that. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I can see that because by that point they were gunning for the.
Well, that's what the problem.
degree.
That's the problem. Well, look at Maxine Waters' jokey ass trying to say you need to be first degree. How you gonna prove that, you old bat? I know first degree that you're a crooked criminal yourself. Are you intended to not spend money on your district and everything else?
Nope, probably spending more on that Botox injection. Sorry.
Well, that's Nancy Pelosi.
Oh,
That's not Maxine Waters. She sprayed on that wig.
true.
I wonder what she look without that wig. She's already a bad-looking person. I wonder what she look without that wig. Get the hell out of your dreams, like Skeletor or the Crypt Keeper coming towards you. I have another tail for the Crypt Keeper. Something like that. Just oh my goodness. But those guys, okay, the jury's got threatened, right? If you don't give a guilty product, we're gonna find you and we're gonna destroy your life. That's basically what it was.
Yeah, and heck, one of them even though it's she's an alternative one, but she basically admitted that plea for guilty because they don't want to. That she doesn't want to see the city go riots going again. And I'm like, really?
If I'm a cop in Minnesota, hey, I'm gone to another place. I quit. Ain't no freaking way I'll be staying a cop in Minnesota.
Yeah, after this trial, now I am completely in agreement with what Tim Pool has said. All you police officers who still on the force, quit now.
They want abolishment. Okay, well, let me help you. And then
Yep,
don't be
give it
coming
to them.
and don't come knocking to me and telling me all this stuff. Remember,
Like what
one of
like
the
what
people.
happened with Portland.
Remember, one of the persons who said, "Hey, we need to abolish the police and defund the police," which they did. Oh, when she had a traffic altercation, who did she call? Oh, the police. Oh yeah,
Police.
funny how that works out. You voted to ban the police. You can't make
Ironic.
this up. No, you can't make this up. So let's flip it to what happened. The same day that happened. Then you have this Bryant lady. I'm not gonna dignify. Oh, before I go into that too. And then Justice Al Sharpton, you again another person gonna be down it who's gonna be in hell. Another person gonna be in hell. For him, and when he said I'm gonna go to blah blah blah, and he just stepped on his private plane and all that stuff. Oh man. Just horrible people. Just really morally bankrupt, unconscious pieces of crap. I don't even got. You know what? Yeah, why not just play my little clip?
You piece of loser.
That's what they are. But
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's go to the show of the Shank game.
Well, I ain't gonna think game before. What I said before that is, I've said it in my video, which you will see on the about this whole situation. Again, look, I ain't going to praise or infantilize or sainthood wise any person who did horrible stuff. Now, I'll explain it in the video. If the guy didn't have a criminal past and he literally did not do nothing out of nothing, and the cop shot him or whatever. Okay, I get that, but let's be honest. Majority of the time, 99% of the time, that's not what happening.
Well, I hear, according to all my co-workers, all the black people I know, regardless if they have a criminal record or not, if they're doing nothing, that doesn't give you the right to confront them.
Well, that's my point. No, that's true. That's what I just stated. If they ain't doing nothing, but they're not doing nothing, that's the problem. Dante Wright, again, that one was an accident and messed up, and that Kimberly Porter is gonna. Sorry, you gotta go to jail, man. You made a worst mistake in your life. You're gonna pay for it. Cause that sucks. That you choose it. You shot with a gun instead of the taser. That sucked. But let's not pretend the guy was a saint. Either. He was a horrible person, robbing people with aggravated assault. I showed a warrant and everything last night. So you got the warrant. You see the warrant and everything, and he missed his court-appointed date, and he was still doing stuff, walking around with not one gun, two guns, which he should have never had a gun. He's not 21 yet, but he's drinking alcohol, and the mother is like, "Oh, he was." I want to get to that point before that, but let me say that too, because we'll get into the other story as well. But I'm not gonna put him in praise him at all. George Floyd, he's not a sainthood. And again, I guarantee you this. I'm 100% correct, maybe not, but I bet you that because of how I see now his life and how he was doing his life and everything, he was the drug abuse. He was the person. He was the black sheep of the family. They didn't care for him.
Yeah,
I guarantee you. Only now they care because he gave them $27 million.
And yeah. Usually you start to think differently of somebody after they died.
Yeah, but I guarantee.
And if their death gets you money.
Yeah. I guarantee you the sister and stuff like who she's like, oh yes. I guarantee you when the other brother called like, hey sis, George is don't bring him to my house. I don't want him around here. Blah blah. I guarantee that situation happened because he was a horrible drug fiend. See what he did, not that last year, the year before that, and the year before that. You see, he was just a drug addict, which is messed up.
Yeah.
So I know.
That's my whole problem with this is like, people aren't able to hold several thoughts at the same time. Like,
They never
can't
do.
we just can't we just come to the realization that Derek Chauvin and George Floyd were probably both terrible people for different reasons,
Yeah,
and not raise up George Floyd as this sort of hero, this fallen hero? Like,
he's not a fallen hero.
Nah.
I ain't gonna do that. I never will do that.
Yeah.
Same thing with Dante Wright. His shot really was an accident, but still, if he didn't resist, he would have never got shot in the first place. Oh wait, if he went to court in the first place, that would have never happened. But oh wait, he got guns. Oh wait, he had a what do you call it? His registration was done because the mom was like, oh, he had a air freshener on his windshield. And again, I understand what it is, and if there's cases that it's been annoying and all of that. But that's not what they put him over. They put him over because he had expired tags. Which I always wonder, why would you, if okay, I'm not no saint myself, but I've not done any hard crime. Every one of us have done small crimes because, as the old saying go, I forgot who said it. You make enough laws, you're gonna break them somehow.
yeah,
Yep.
So-
I know I have.
yeah.
So I get that. So I know that. But I've driven on a suspended license when I first came to America, which was a bogus thing because they took the cop. Again, that's what I said. Not all cops are great. I know that. Not all cops are bad and not all cops are good. But we got to go to the individual situation. The cop, the first traffic ticket I ever gotten, a cop pulled me over. It made no logical sense. And I, being the naive, which I was naive. The first ticket ever. I'm like, how the hell this cop would tell me I'm going 65 in a 55 where is what do you call it? It is Christmas time at a major mall and everything. And it's 5 o'clock. It was 5 o'clock Christmas Eve in a major mall. I'm like, what bumper to damn bumper traffic. So I was cocky thinking, oh, there's no problem. I went in there saying, and it was a black cop and it was a black judge. I was like, Yana, it was 5 o'clock, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I didn't do nothing, whatever the speed that he's talking about. You know what? She didn't even give a damn. She's like, oh, guilty. I'm like, what the?
And you can't even say that it's racist.
No. I was like, I just heard us like, I'm like, it's 5 o'clock. It's around a major mall, Christmas Eve. It was bumper to bumper traffic. And she just looked at me. She's like, guilty.
It seems like that was your Christmas gift.
So my license got suspended. I was like, okay. So my thing is this. I know my license got suspended. I had to work. I had to do stuff. It's bad. I'm not saying, registration, like you said, no, registration is, you got to pay and everything. Here's the thing. If they tag your registration, it's easy to do that. So that's a difference compared to the suspended license. You have to stop me and read my license number to see if the license was suspended. But here's the thing, though. I didn't drive stupidly. I drove the speed limit and I make sure myself not to do stupid things. So, and I always kill me. If you have these things and you have a warrant for your arrest and all that stuff, why would you be driving faster than the speed limit? For what reason? I would think you would try to be more inconspicuous than you need to be.
Why would you make yourself an easier target?
Never understood that. That's one. So I'm not gonna make these people sainthoods or whatever. Not gonna, ain't gonna. Sorry.
But gentlemen, you're focusing on character and actions. You're forgetting the most important part: skin color. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that doesn't matter. And that's why they said they literally want you to become
slaves.
They want the black people to keep on fighting each other and fighting whatever. So that's the only way to keep them in control. Because they think, as Margaret Sanger said, we are weeds upon this planet. That's why she created Planned Parenthood. So you could have basically black genocide. And you know what? She's been proven correct too. How much black babies have been killed from since the
Aborted.
60s? Aborted. Again, I'm not really onto that part. You do what you want to do. You answer for your sin. I'm just saying that part though. Crazy to me. So I'm not gonna raise them to the sainthood or whatever. 1, 2. Mothers, you love your children. I get that. And fathers, the father love your fathers too. But I gotta say this: stop lying to the damn camera. Just stop. My son he was a sweet young man. He wouldn't hurt or flee.
Yeah, right.
Really, really. Again, really. Nah.
Really.
It's like, bruh.
Stop lying. Because he goes into, like just like with he wouldn't hurt Michael Brown. Oh, he didn't do nothing. He was an innocent person. No, he was strong arming and robbing. That's what the cops got called today. Heck, it wasn't better. He just took the cigarette, the weed, whatever, the black and mild, just walk out the store, whatever. He was roughing up the damn store owner.
Whew.
So he was on camera, so he won't no saint. And it goes to the one with the young girl, where the mother's like, oh, she was a motherly person. She always talk about peace. Well, she must have wanted to broke up piece of life in that other black girl, because she didn't give a dang.
Oh yeah.
And then of course the aunt. Oh, that peach of a woman. And again, you'll see the video. Can I play the clip? Contradict herself within 3 seconds. She didn't have a knife. Okay, she had a knife, was down on the floor. I'm like, what the? Shut your pie hole. You're making things worse. You're not logically thinking. Stop. Just stop. Now, it's funny. And the thing about it, kill me about it, she was going to kill another black girl or bodily harm the black girl really bad. Cause that knife ain't no joke. She was ready to go.
Yeah.
She was ready to go.
Remember, Liger, black on black, don't count for Jack.
Basically, she was ready to go. Oh, I know don't count for Jack, honestly, because I'm gonna get to that point. Because again, for those people who didn't see it, except for people on Temple, you guys saw it. You saw what I said in the video I showed last night. So let me get this straight. Like I said, you don't want to say, oh, he saved a girl's life. Because again, that girl was by herself, not doing nothing when she went to go attack her. Bad enough that she pushed on one girl and they say that's her stepfather. I could be, I'm going by that. Could be a stepfather. But that dude kicked the chick in the head, though.
I'm like, what is going on here?
Number one, here's the number one thing. A cop showed up and none of y'all stopped. Y'all, that's what they want.
Going.
They kept up. That's what they're doing. They desensitized from this thing. So they don't care about authority. They don't.
They care about getting views. They didn't stop recording.
Now, here's the interesting part, because I saw this on Steven Crowder's show, which he basically gave an example about three other instances of Kyle Rittenhouse was one of them, but he basically showed these three people that were being that were being searched by the police officers. When they got discovered, they literally turned themselves in. I mean, walked to the police officers with their hands up in the air and got cuffed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if these Caucasians can do it, why can't these people in the hood do it?
You said a magic word. The hood. You didn't say a regular subdivision, because they're black people also. I'm one of them that put my hands up, and I didn't do nothing wrong, but I followed what the cop said.
Yes. And you didn't die.
I know. It always surprised me too when people were like, well, black, cops unproportionately pull over black, have more interaction with black people. in certain
and yeah,
neighborhoods.
yeah, and I've also seen. Well, I didn't exactly watch the video, but I've seen it on my front page on YouTube, basically titling that this girl here through her, was it Instagram or was it, I think it was Instagram videos, that she is just a child, as in acting like a child, and I'm like, okay, question, or this brings up a question. If you say that she is literally a child acting this way, then what in the blue heavens happened that she was like that on the on the police camera, going all Shank Dead Redemption on this poor little. Never mind. Sorry. Never mind.
They're not that. That's just it. I don't know. It's just crazy. That's just what it was.
It sure was, because it looked like that she was in a trance.
A trance. Well, I said she was angry and she blah 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 whatever.
Well, yeah, that's what I meant. As in that one track mind of want to knife this being.
Mm-hmm.
Trip, remember the BT 1000 feels nothing, thinks nothing, committed to its mission.
Yep, you are quite right on that.
Moving on.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. They've been desensitized, so they don't see that a cop's coming. Heck, a cop put out a gun. They still didn't care.
Yeah.
Only when he's here to blah blah blah, and all that thing happened in 13 seconds. 13 seconds.
Must have been the longest 13 seconds.
Well, no, your brain, when your adrenaline is that pumped up in your brain, yes, that's what happens. Everything else looks very, very slow to you.
Yeah. So, hey, Kenosha, what was it that they said that instead of shooting down the girl, they should have used a taser?
Taser would have never
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah.
Taser would have never worked.
Too far
They would
away.
have complained
Yeah,
about
'cause-
that too.
Too far. Technically
Yeah, yeah.
speaking, the cops well, it's a big target. 1, 2. I'm happy that she got the shot instead the other girl got shot, because that trying to save them.
They were very close towards each other.
Yeah, and he didn't hit her. She walked away without no injury, nothing.
While holding a dog too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, for that taser argument, if these people actually watch that body cam, at the time that the officer shot this girl, if it was a taser, I'm willing to bet that. By the time that electrocution would have started, she would have already.
I should have been stabbed.
Knife.
Yes, but again, it would have never
Yes.
worked. It still would have never worked. Too far away. Too far away. Both prongs have to hit the persons for the taser to effect, and mostly,
To work, yep.
and mostly, excuse me, a person who is
Oh, yeah, but-
hold up, a person who is like a guy, like if it's a guy who's like who is basically on high or something, or just super whatever. If you have a lot of weight, that won't do that much.
That's not going to work.
Which she was, because remember,
Yeah.
the woman in Tennessee, she had a tase. She was tased, and he literally put he got a prongs on her, and he still put a taser on her, and she still got the gun and shot the cop.
Yeah, I was gonna mention also on top of that um, this girl was wearing like what, two shirts and a jacket on her. So
Yeah, but again, it made no difference. Like I
that
said,
would it
the
wouldn't have gone
taser,
through.
it could have, it could have not. I don't know what kind of taser they had, but the point is, like I said, if you have a situation with a Tennessee shooting where they had when the Tennessee girl, a woman that got she got shot, but because she fired first, being stupid. She had like she had like a sundress on, whatever, and the tasers got her skin, and the cop literally put the tasers against her skin.
Yeah,
And he still got shot.
It's all that fatty insulation, people.
So it's that was not a guaranteed one. Two, shot in the air. Like Kanoshi said, the bullet is one. The bullet is that. Two, that would have never stopped. The girl would have still get killed or stabbed, bodily hurt bad.
Yeah, she didn't care. She wasn't,
Yeah.
you know.
Gun pop off, whatever. Again, if they didn't care that the cop was there, and also when they pull out a gun, and they didn't stop, because remember, the gun came out when he saw the knife, and the guy still kicked the girl in the head. So when you see the gun come out, he still kicked the girl in the head. So he didn't care. They didn't care. They did not care. Now, getting to the point I was talking about. Black Lives Matter and all that nonsense and hypocritical crap as usual. So one
Did they buy another house?
Huh? Well, we know
Did they buy another house?
Well, she looking for that mansion down in Bahamas. The hell, did she go get it?
oh gosh,
That's his own story.
Yeah, you guys got played. You got played like a golden fiddle.
They're still getting played. They're still giving money.
Still giving money. Yeah, and most of the people getting money, celebrities. So this is a celebrity of the Black Lives Woman. And again, I showed a tweet on the video. You guys can watch it on YouTube. But I showed a show where this woman said, "Knife." I think you're saying that on trip. Yeah, knife fights happen all the time. Blah blah blah. You should have just let the knife. I'm like, wait. So let me get it straight. You're a black woman saying that it best that black woman kill another black woman instead of the cop saving the black woman. Wow. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
That's crazy.
I mean, yeah, I'm like, okay, which is it? Shoot her to save another's life? You guys will complain about it. If he didn't shoot her and she would have knifed that other girl, you would still complain to the officer that he didn't do anything.
Yep.
I'm like, jeez.
It's a lose-lose scenario.
Well, it's a win. What the officer did was the win. Sorry, that was a better choice. That was a better choice. Again, everybody's like, oh, and people's like, watch out for your, and like I showed in the video, like I said, when did NPR talked about that this girl had a knife? All the way down in the 7th paragraph. Not at the beginning. Not at the beginning. Not at the 2nd. Not at the 3rd. Nope. 7th paragraph. It said, well, she had a knife. Well, that's kind of important to what's going on.
But hold on. Holding a knife, not actually writing it like it actually happened, like she was about to struck this lady with a knife. No, she was just holding a knife.
You go a little further than that. I just saying it for what I said. I didn't pertain what they really said. I was scamming through to see when they're gonna talk about she had a knife to attack the person. My point is that's a very important detail that was buried at the bottom at the daggone article. That's why when I said the thing with it, and everybody out there, Trump didn't pay taxes, all that stuff. The New York Times thing, I showed the video about it. Oh, he only paid $750 in taxes. Read the article all the way down to the end. $7.4 million he paid, but nobody brought it. Nobody brings that up.
Nope.
That's why it's at the bottom of the article.
Yeah.
Look at what we have done. You guys been on the gaming on the gaming side with me. How much time have you seen me do articles for the gaming stuff, and then at the end you're like, really, guys, to put it at the
Yes.
bottom?
Yes. Heck, some of them even omits it.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like the ones I do with the article you guys could read and stuff on my gaming channel. Don't you see that? It's not like once. That's not twice.
Multiple
It's
times.
multiple times, and also they do the exact same thing when it comes to real news. So, am I supposed to be shocked, surprised? No.
No.
They want to keep black people as pets in the narrative. They don't care about your black butts. They don't.
Uninformative.
So my thing is, if you don't care about me, leave me the hell alone. That's why I'm libertarian.
I don't want to care about you then.
That's why I'm libertarian. You want to change your life and do horrible stuff? You do that for yourself. Again, that's why I don't like when people with guns, and I'm talking about that, people who have bodyguards with guns, or people who have bodyguards in the first place, talking about, oh, we don't need guns. Yeah, you don't need a gun because you have 4 or 5 people with guns that would shoot anybody that come upon you. How logical is that? As people say, oh, walls are immoral. Well, take down your walls.
Your walls. No. How about start living outside of a gated community?
Yeah, right. You would never do that.
Of course not.
You would never do that.
That would be the bluff that I could still hold on, because you won't do it.
She would never do that. So let's not even pretend those games like that with her. That's why I was killing when people say stuff from their ivory tower and then let's defund the cops. Again, you have security.
I was like, yeah, if you defund the cops, why don't you defund your security?
And here's the funny part. The security could do way more stuff than the cops. In most cases. You get your ass beat by the daggone security.
I do carry a knife.
I give you that one. It's just bad. Like I said, so they want to keep black people fighting each other. They don't want to keep people separated. They literally want to keep men and women arguing against each other. So you know what? That's what they do. That's what elites want to do. They look at the lower dredge of society as pets, mostly black people. So yeah, you want to play that game? Go ahead. I'm not gonna play that game because I do not want crumbs. I want to eat at the table. I might not eat at your table. I might be at the kiddie table for all I care. But I'm getting that daggone full meal though.
Yeah.
Yep. And actually be treated like a person instead of an animal.
I don't think they treat me like a person if I'm at the kiddie table. So I'm just saying my meal, at least my meal is full. I'm getting a full bread. I'm getting a full turkey ham or if it's steak, at least it's steak. Now it might not be Wagyu.
Flaming John.
It might not be. It might. No, I got a filet mignon. It might not be Wagyu. Wagyu expensive. It might not be fatty tuna.
Now, it might not be caviar.
Yeah, I would never want to eat that. That's why I said a fatty tuna and a Wagyu. It might not be those things, but at least it's a full steak. It ain't a cheap steak that turns green and stuff. Or Price Mart, whatever you want to be at and do so now. No, it might not be that. Hell, you might get, like I said, you get crumbs, whatever. I don't want the crumbs. I want at least a full meal. I lived that life when it had that when it was the crumbs. That's fun.
But that don't get me money.
Yeah, but I hear you. but it's not fun though. So y'all want to stay? That's what they're doing. They're literally making men and women and all stuff. And I'm gonna talk about 2 little stories here. Knowing Kanoshi might say something, Madison say something to just to change the topic. But again, yeah, that's like I said. I'm not fantasizing, and I'm not deifying any people who did criminal stuff and legitimately did not do nothing. People like say their name. How about Tyshawn Lee? How you gonna say his name? Oh, you want to say it because his mother and his father was a piece of crap? How about Jasmine Adams, who got shot in the car? Which that was a sad story, but I was like, why would there be a McDonald's that got shot in the car? That's just weird. Is it a straight bullet or something? Oh no,
Nope.
and she got 6 shots. Oh no, come to find out, nope. The father was a gangbanger. Oh well, am I shocked? No.
No.
It'd be more shocking if he wasn't.
She was basically the collateral.
Yeah. The Tanika, and she should have got killed. And I forgot her last name. The Tanika, young girl who got she got shot inside her house. She was dancing, and a tree did came through and hit her in the neck. That is despicable. That's messed up. Are we gonna stop anything? No. Or the 1.5-year-old who got ran over while these black thugs was running from the
police.
Yeah. How about those people? Huh? Hell, even the guy who got killed by Darren Wilson, which is in jail for life. Why don't y'all say his name? And I apologize that I don't know the name right now, but why don't y'all say his name? Oh, because he was not a crazy thug, bad boy person. Or the kid from St. Lucia, where the white woman went into his apartment and killed him. Oh, that was a cop. And again, that also is not justice, in my opinion. She should have never got 5 years. She should have got at least 15. Because if it was a white man that did that, he would have got 20 years easy. Oh, easy. Yeah. 5 years.
You know, I kind of find it funny that this is the very same individual that says black man ain't no, you get the point, but yet want to deify black man.
No, the only way to get money. No, the only way to make profits and power and everything is in black man is in their death. That's why.
Yeah, they're nothing but good for death.
Like I said, right now, like I said, his family got $27 million. Hey, I hope you don't become the statistic to add to the Pew Research.
Spend that money like crazy.
I hope not. I hope not. In 7 years, 93% of the people who been alive, 93 or 97, one of those two, I forgot them. I gotta look it up again. That spend their money becomes broke.
Once again.
Which is weird that you spend thousands or millions of dollars. And I do mean millions of dollars. The girl in North Carolina who won $88 million, she broke. Because she kept on bailing out her punk ass boyfriend. He couldn't stay his punk ass out of jail.
Yeah, a boyfriend who doesn't even care for her.
Stupid stuff.
Those are the ones to get all the women.
If those are the women, I don't want them.
Yeah.
I do not want those type of women.
Probably about 90%.
Well, I'm saying I don't want a woman like that. That's just bad on its own accord. Just is. But I'll just state something because I saw a video today of this man was going around asking man on the streets, asking a woman, asking women and stuff like that. Name 3 things men are good at. Name 3 things women are good at. Of course.
Oh boy.
The women was full ass. I think one woman said something that I was like, okay, you know what? I agree with that. The guys, except for one guy, puzzled the hell out of me. He couldn't name 3 things men are good at. It was a black man. I'm like,
why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised?
You can't name nothing. Not a thing that a man is better than a woman at. And here's the thing: doesn't mean because they're better at something doesn't mean that the other one is irrelevant. It just is a fact. It's just so crazy. But okay, most of the women was like, and I'll do the video on it. Most of them was like, yeah, we don't need a man. Men ain't good at nothing. Women are good at everything. I'm like, stop. Stop. Why y'all lying like that?
Why you all be lying?
It's just crazy how they do that. So this one girl, you know, being that sadly, you know, she's been institutionalized. So the guy asked the question. She named some stuff that's good for women. I said, okay, you know what? That's not the crazy stuff. So she said stuff to women like, you know what? I agree with that. Okay, I'm good with that.
Then when
Okay.
it comes to the man part,
When it came to the men part, she couldn't name nothing. He was like, really? You can't nothing? Really? You can't do nothing? So he said, okay, how about physical strength? Men are strong in his physical strength. And she still couldn't go with that. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And then she was like, oh, okay. Let's not use. The guy was like, well, men are stronger than women. And she's like, well, yeah, but you know, there are women who are stronger than men. Yeah, those are the exception to the rule. But normally men are stronger than women. And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, look at my arm and look at your arm. Look how it is. Don't you think I am more powerful than you? And she's
Just
still
like
struggling.
body mass?
She was struggling, but she's like, yeah. Okay, well that's what it is. Well, I just don't want to use the word strong. Okay, so finite, just so pointy like that. Okay, what other word would you want to use? I don't know. No, I'm asking
Yes,
you.
you
What
could-
words you want to use? I don't
she could
understand.
use the word physical.
Powerful.
Powerful is one of them that you could have, but she didn't say that. And he said, no, strength is strength because strength is strength. So your strength is strong. So you use whatever. Don't trust me. She did say men ain't worth nothing either, too. I want to put it because to end the story on this. Oh, we don't need a man and all that stuff. Oh, okay. All right. So he just asked those simple questions. He wasn't bugger. He didn't do crazy stuff. There's a camera, of course. So he would not do something stupid. Of course.
If
But
you
then-
still have some common sense.
But then, so she went off the screen, and then two black guys came, like, yo, why you bothering her? I'm like, she was a white girl. I was like, what the?
Oh no.
Why? He's like, no, I didn't bother her. I'm just asking questions. She came up. We asked her questions. That's all. I mean, I could ask you questions like that too. And then two more black people showed up. Then this white dude who was a jerk came on and started saying, "Man, you made her cry. You were confronting." I'm like, wait a minute. She just said that y'all men ain't S, and that we don't need a man. But then she got men to go set up for her. Wow.
Oh right, I remember that video.
Wow.
Reminds me of one of the guys saying something about that. Not put here to serve a woman.
That is, well, again, people was like, men should not act like, I'm going to biblical sense. Back me up, Trip and Kenoshi, because I know you know this. But people, including black women say this and they're Christian and they always say this and they always pauses the hell out of me.
Oh yeah.
What they say about women are not gift to man and all that stuff. Let me see. Looking at the Bible.
I'm like, excuse
God
me, lady.
created
Have you?
Adam, and then he took a rib from Adam and created Eve for Adam.
And that's in Genesis. That the very first.
I mean, God said that man must not be alone, so he created women for men. Look, if you don't like that, I don't know what to tell you.
Here's the thing.
Almost like, don't call yourself a Christian anymore.
I was just gonna say that if you're atheist and all that stuff, okay, but these women who are saying that and they're Christian too, I'm like, what? Yeah, that mentality got up in y'all head. Crazy is that?
I look how culture is structured. I mean, even various different religions. I mean, different societies. Usually the woman takes the man's last name. So I don't know.
Well, that's it. It is crazy and it's messed up. But I was surprised by that. That she got other guys after saying men ain't S to go protect her. Funny as hell.
Yeah, but then you said Men is nothing. So you shouldn't be protected by men. Well, you shouldn't even be white knighted.
Exactly. Let's hit the chat for a second. What up, Temple guys? Y'all coming
Yo.
through? 1.4 strong in the building. 1.4K in the building. That's good. We guys having a good time. So let's see here. Mark Souther. Again, I'm getting more happy that we're getting more people in America. This is from New York. Mark Souther from New York. We got to hold each other accountable. The girl in the pink was about to get stabbed, and people just stood around. Can't blame the cop on this one.
Open and shut case.
Really, it is. It really is.
I think we're at a time where people are arguing to let a kid stab another kid over the fact that murder was about to be committed.
Yep.
Ooh.
Jasmine Samuel, also from New York, which again, that's cool. If we don't raise our children, raise their children, this is the example of what would happen to them. We need to teach our children to control their anger. That girl was about to stab someone. That is correct. Well, we don't, like I said, right now they don't teach them nothing because again, they synthesize. A cop showed up, didn't stop, pull out a gun, didn't stop. Only when they hear blam, 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 they're like, oh, shoot. And I like when the guy, when he kicked the girl in the head, was like, oh, man, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. I'm like,
but
you saw
you
what I
say
just saw?
that and you are kicking a girl's head.
You know? And because he did, I forgot in the videotape, he did say, what? But he said, that's a little girl, that's a child. And you were kicking another child in the head.
While she was down.
I hear you. Marvin Lagros from UK. The adults in that house are responsible for the young lady's death.
Basically.
To a degree. I mean, these, as Tommy Sotomayor would say, these were BT 12,000s. They didn't care.
Yeah. Also, there's someone reported that the girl that got shot by the officer, she was the one who made the phone call to the police officer.
It wasn't her.
Okay, so because when I first heard it, I kind of
it was the girl. It was the girl in the pink. It was the girl in the pink.
So, yes.
And there wasn't there because the girl was gonna jump somebody or nothing. It was the foster mother's birthday, and all the children was gonna have there, but they just got jealous and stupid stuff happened.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
was a mess. It was an absolute mess.
It was.
Wait, so the one who was about to get stabbed called the cops?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, she's a traitor then. I guess they want her dead now.
What's the word again? She's a coon or something like that.
Whatever. I'll tell you this way. If she here's the thing, because most people always like, oh, call the cops. They don't call nobody. Okay,
oh yeah, snitches.
But she called the cops. Here's the funny part. She called the cops. But I guarantee you, because there's so many times when a person called the cops, like the mother, like the mother with her crazy son, called the cop because someone was going crazy. The cop knocked on the door and he came out with a knife, chasing the cop, and of course he got shot.
I remember that.
She's like, oh, you didn't have to shoot him, whatever. You call him to. Well, he should have never jumped out to go against the damn cop, but then you called the cops to calm your son down. And he didn't calm his son down, did it? So you got angry.
Nope.
I think that pink girl gonna be like, nah. She's like, nah, I'm happy the cops came. I'll get stabbed in this mofo. Again, that one no small little pick-me knife. That was a good chef butcher knife right there to do some damage.
Yes.
But you know what they say? He should have shot the knife out of her hands.
You watch too much daggone Western movies. That's not how it works.
Yo,
The
looking at the
did
Matrix too much.
I know the cop did the best marksmanship he can. Hit that girl and not hit the other girl.
Yes.
That's what he did. He did the best what he could at the time.
Okay, I'm saying what all my coworkers are saying, and they're all black.
Don't, Kenoshi. Figure it out. The same Resident Evil, man. Damn. What's wrong with you?
Oh man, yeah. A lot of things that people, a lot of people's knowledge about weapons is from movies and video games.
Yeah,
so.
they never fought a real. They never shot nothing. It'd be like, oh, shot him in the leg, like you just said, whatever. It's hard to shoot.
That could hit an artery.
Yeah, that's true. And if you shot him, you hit her artery. Look how skinny the neck is. And a bullet, that girl who got shot, I was talking about the little girl who got shot in her living room with her mom and nothing. Instantly, she bled out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, but also it's a harder target to hit.
But the sad part is it did hit. Ooh, right in the neck.
Huh. Let's see, Gambia Koren from Egypt. The situation sucks. By their argument, if this was your family member or loved one, she would have just about to get stabbed. Would you not call the cops? So yeah, well, like I said, that we always said that. We just said like the pink girl called, and I guarantee she was like, "I'm happy I did call the damn cops, because I was about to get stabbed."
Yep.
Jimmy James, my sister is a single mother from New York. My sister is a single mother and cared about herself than her own kids. So she divorced her husband. Well, I'm shocked. No. That's why people always talk about, oh, men are this, men are that, whatever. And then you get other people like, oh, men don't want to marry us and all that stuff. Why? Because 80% of the divorces are started by you chicks.
Over nothing.
If it was 50-50, I had no problem. I wouldn't be up in arms too much, but 80%? That's a high-ass number. And we're not talking about people who if the husband cheated or was violent, abusive. It's just a lot of this also is no-fault divorces.
Hey, you know how the old saying goes: ladies first.
Yeah, okay. J. Ron from UK, the uncle / dad could have saved her young soul life, but that poor excuse was trying to kick another child in the head instead of controlling the situation. Watching that video, it disturbs me. The uncle / dad needs to get his ass beat. Sad situation. Rest in peace, young one. Yeah, I'm not gonna say nobody should get dead or whatever. Rest in peace, really. But I mean, you played a stupid play. You literally showed your hand, and the prize was dealt to you. Brian Serene from Germany. Her father is to blame. Well, foster father, not the real father. He wasn't there. And the mother also was not there too, because the child was awarded to the state. I wonder why.
What? You just took it right out of my mouth.
And for the real mother to come and say about she was a peaceful person, the mother like again, was she or was she imitating you? I don't know.
Yeah, because if that's peaceful, I sure don't want to see when she's not peaceful.
Yeah, I feel yeah, her father was blamed, stepfather, like I said again, foster father. Instead of keeping her in the house, he goes out and fight with the other girl and kicking the other teenager in the head. If he did his job as a parent, this situation would have not been reached at this level. Yeah, I got you. Brian Gugata from Portugal. I don't know why people like to tiptoe around it. There was a lot of unjust going on, but this isn't one. Can we pick up battles, please? I'm like, well, no. When you talk about pick up battles, okay, I don't know what you're trying to say. That don't make no sense as something. Did that make sense to
I
any of
think
y'all? I
no,
don't.
I think he's trying to say that no, now we do say to the people that don't want to experience these things, they move out. The policemen quit and move out. But the ones who are staying there, but also are on the side that they don't want this to happen to them. Well, and even though they're probably the silent majority, I'm like, there comes a point in time that you can't stay silent anymore if you choose to stay there, or if you have no recourse to move away. You might as well say not even do something, say something.
Got you. All right. Denise Ruth from UK. This one, this is one of those rare tragic situations where someone had to die, sadly. There is no clear answer in this. She was defending herself at first, but she went into rage. She wasn't defending herself at first. Like I said, that's not how the story played out. We've all been there. If you got jumped, again, that's not how the story played out, but okay, I'll read it. If you got jumped and Jack jump and got the upper hand, you want to end them. But the cop only saw a lady about to get murdered and reacted. He would have either had been labeled as not doing his job or a killer. His fate was already set in stone. Truly heartbreaking. The hindsight is the fault that the chick about to stab another woman was about to happen, and over for what we don't know. Sometimes it isn't a singularity thing you can blame, or something or sometimes the answer is not that clear. I get that. That's a lot of way. A lot of things are like that. Like there's not a lot of sometimes it's a lot of things that goes down the path. That's why I said, if you think about it, the same thing we talked with George Floyd. He was a drug addict. He was on stuff. He had a fake bill. All that stuff added up to that, whatever. And then again, Chauvin added onto it. It was basically the camel that broke the straw. The straw. I mean, there's a straw that broke the camel's back. Sorry. But again, that's not what happened. The one in pink called. There was a birthday happened. The mother told the girl who got shot, "Hey, clean up your room because we're gonna keep it a party." She didn't like that, so she was in disagreement. Then the other daughters, foster daughters, came there. They got jealousy and all kind of nonsense into it, and then the fight break loose. That's what happened. That's one of the reasons I've said, after, if something crazy like this happened, wait 48 to 72 hours to find out what's going on. So in the first 24 hours, majority of it is basically BS, and he always switches over 180. Now the facts basically, or whatever it is at the time.
Yep.
Well, JT Cooper for right behind the scenes, and again, that's not what happened.
Where are you guys getting your news from?
Well, it's because of what he's saying. JT saying the thing happened. The thing is, the girls tried to jump her, but I don't hear anybody talking about that though. The other girl started it. Okay, even if that, again, that's not what happened, as I just explained. But even if that happened, a cop just came. You calm your butt down. You don't go stab somebody. rage or nothing, you basically put your own demise. But again, that's not what happened.
I can tell from
Gerald,
experience, these
what?
people so desensitized. They pretty much gotta, well, we're all gonna die. If this is my time to die, I'm gonna die on a blaze of glory, sort of thing.
Could be. I don't know what's in her mind. Again, was she angry? Yes, but again, that's not how that situation set up, though. Gerald Vanez from UK. She's really big. She's a really big 16-year-old. I have never seen a teen that big. And I'm 31. RIP about the parents failing to to help her out, obviously. Well, yes.
She's been overfed.
Yes. And I always people that say, oh, she's a kid. She was 16. It was a lot of stuff. One of my favorite scenes, With Love from Paris, with John Travolta. One of my favorite scenes. I might gotta clip it or whatever. In that movie, there's a part where they went into this, they know they went into this drug house setup and whatever, right? And John Travolta is an FBI man. He's just basically the kick-ass person, because in the other part of the movies, that guy's putting guns and stuff on him, and he didn't care about them. He he just ran up to them, kicked their butt, whatever. He didn't care about them. But when he was in that place in the Middle East, in France, where it was run by a lot of Mises doing drugs and everything, they said he and this kid turned around. There was a kid, and they turned around, and the kid had a gun, and the kid said, "Get on the floor." And so John Travolta was like, "Oh," and he turned around, he got on his knees and got on his floor, and the other guy was like, "What are you talking about? What are you doing? It's a kid. I've seen what you've done." It was like, look, it's a kid that has a gun, and you have not been around the world so much, have you? Kid with a gun means that you basically you would get shot. No ifs, ands about it.
Yep.
So get up, get down on the floor. It don't matter. There are kids who are 9 years old in parts of Africa and the Middle East. They will gut you.
For pennies.
Don't
even
think that because they're little kids, they're not gonna do nothing.
I'm like, not even for pennies. I might even do it just for fun.
Yep. Just crazy. Nicole Borden, you have the story wrong. The foster mother was not there. The girls are all foster sisters. You're not listening to what I'm saying, ain't you? The other girls wanted to do something for the foster mother's birthday. Apparently, this was all started because they were mad at her for not helping her clean and just being a messy person. Makala was only there for 2 months. Okay, I said that maybe. Hopefully, you said it to somebody else in the because the person above you didn't say that. So I didn't say you tagged anyone ever. So I'm Nicole Borden. So, but that's I said that. So, but if not, you were talking to the other person. Yeah. So it's just where the parents, Fernando Fernandez from Portugal, where were the parents? Well, the parents weren't there. Again, that child was awarded to the state. Sad, but that's what it was. Sibin Drak from Egypt. I know. I know a friend. I know a friend who lost about 1.5 liters of blood after being stabbed in the thigh. So yeah, f those people when it said taser.
Oh,
I mean, you can lose a lot of blood. Yeah, it's
yeah.
like Kanoshi was saying. Depending on what you hit, you can hit an artery. You can.
Yep.
Again, stop taking y'all biology and everything from video games and movies, please.
Read a book.
And not no fake fantasy book too. Read a real book,
Yeah.
biology book, for real. Yeah, you know what? I can't have been in Nat Misay from Egypt. Kids are either raised by loving parents or by the streets. And sometimes it doesn't end well when you're raised by the streets. That's the truth. That is dead truth.
No truer words spoken.
Yep. That's why I had to come with what Trip said, which is basically, yes, with great responsibility, um, because the old Spider-Man quote, everybody comes with that.
Oh yeah, with great power comes great
With great power comes
responsibility.
responsibility, but we need to add on, with great freedom comes accountability.
Accountability.
And that's where it needs to be. That was quickly. I'm Chula. Just basically tell the truth. You tell them the truth. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, so she called Nicole Bonin again. Comics. I really think. Let me see. I'm a black female. I grew up in foster care. It was the best thing for me in my state. A child can choose to stay in care until they're 23 or choose to go to college. So foster care paid for my college. While in college, I got to keep Medicare, and because I lived on my own, I got my siphon that normally goes to the foster parent. Most importantly, because of growing up in a foster care, I grew up in a two-parent home. I got to see more important, and had been and it had, as okay. I got to see how important and how it is a father to provide for everything. How important a father is to provide for everything. So as a married woman, I happily let my husband have that role. Even when I don't agree with my husband, he has a final say. It's because my dad of what I was because of my dad I recognize the good in a man and the trust to give the authority too. So I recognize the system is different in each area, but my foster parent was a great people, and you were the exception.
Yes.
And it might be real exception, but we could see again if that guy was the father that came out and kicked the girl in the head. That's not
I'm
good.
like, yeah, I'm like, if that's a first impression, ooh,
Yep.
she
Yep.
got the bad foster parents.
Yeah. That's just what it is. So it sucks. It really does. Sylvia Grimes from UK. Yes, let's get to the root. 100%. You're speaking the truth, sir. Yeah, okay. Thank you.
We try.
Davis from Bernard Davis from Atlanta. The cop is a hero, and there's his family out. The cop is a hero. There is a family out there who are grateful that they had their child saved from a mad woman. No man needs to have that mental. That man needs to have a mental and a paid vacation. You can't go attack someone with a knife, and then be mad that when they get shot. It is what it is. The solution is to get the family circle back together, and children aren't in the streets acting a fool. That's what it is.
Thank you.
But the elites won't allow it.
Gotta give it to this. 20 Fanatas from UK. People always say you do need a police officer, you need a peace officer, or you need a what do you, the thing, the other one they call. Cause he don't say it in here, but I'm trying to remember. A social worker, officer, social worker. You need a peace officer because he's in UK, so I'm thinking that's the people out there without guns. It's not UK without guns. They have guns, but anyway. So you need a peace officer, a peace officer, or you need a social worker. How would a peace officer handle this without a weapon? That girl would have get stabbed. You're correct. You are correct.
The girl would have gotten stabbed, and then the worker would have gotten stabbed.
That's true.
Oh, come on. Have the social worker learn some jujitsu training or something like that.
Oh Lord. You guys are pretty.
Sometimes you're a bigger ass than me, Trip. And that's saying something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously. You know what? Thank you guys with that. I will say this right now that, thank you guys for giving me your time and ears on this. So I won't call it here this night, but yeah, it is what it is. It's sad that that's the situation. But again, they want us to keep fighting. Sorry, black people. And again, if they remember, they're saying white people going around saying defund the police and everything, and also the celebrities. Again, they have security guards with guns and everything. And then the white people like that, they don't live in your neighborhood because when the cops go away, who's going to suffer the most? Black people.
Ew.
You go to Maryland. Remember, go to Maryland and look at the statistic when the cops got pulled out after the Freddie Gray. Again, I brought it up in the video, in last night's video with Freddie Gray. And how much black people say, "Oh, we want the cops back." Oh, y'all want it back.
Okay.
And now you got the Democrats saying, "Hey," which we know that was going to happen. They said was going to do it. We want, and they passed it in. I don't think ain't gonna pass the Senate really, but they're like, "Oh, we need to we want to make DC a 51 state so they can get more power."
Yeah.
So they could get more power. They want to turn Puerto Rico and DC into states so they could get more seats on the Congress and thing. Again, to do what? To do nothing? DC is the most richest place. DC is an oxymoron. It's the richest. You got the most richest people in there, and they got the most poorest people in there. If you work for the government, you're rich. If you work a regular job, you're broke, almost practically broke poor. And again, that's what I said. When the cops left, what happened? Violence went up. Homicides went up. Shootings went up. Murders went up. Burglary went up. And now they're like begging for the cops to come back. Whoa. You didn't want us, people. Now you want us back.
Well, what's going on in the news right now with Derek Chauvin not getting a fair trial? Well, shoot. Well, nobody wants to be a cop anymore.
I say go ahead and I wish the cops in Minnesota just say I quit and see what happened.
Exactly.
I guarantee again, but the problem is the sad part about it is a lot of black people would die.
I wonder what's going to be an excuse once that happens. There's no cops, so who's killing them?
Remember, those white leftists are basically everybody thought what the white supremacists on the right side, the one on the left is dangerous as hell. Those white supremacists are dangerous as hell. So basically, this is the way to get rid of black people. By let's take the cops out and let them go kill themselves. Look what Chicago is. There's a reason why they call it Chirac.
Chirac.
It's literally crazy like that. Wow, that is crazy. Wow, we jumped. I didn't even notice that. Again, Tampa FM, thank you guys, man. We jumped up from 1.4 to 6,640.
Blimey.
So thank you guys again. Keeping us, stuff again. The usual thing. Go to YouTube, not Facebook. Go to YouTube and you don't gotta watch the videos. They just subscribe and help us out. That's all I ask for. Hook a brother up. Hook a brother up. That's all. That's it.
Unless you want to rehear some stuff.
Yeah, but or you miss past videos. But yeah, just go there and just subscribe. But we are gonna be stretching, and we are gonna be stretching and spreading our goals more and more. So with that said, like I said, I think we did good right there. So let's see what we have with our final thoughts on things. So I'll go with Anderson. Anything else you got to say before we call it the end of the show, sir?
Yeah. Try to stay sane and sanity.
Gotcha. I understand that. Kanoshi, Mr. Benito, what about you?
No, I don't have any words today.
Is that or you just busy doing something else and you're just like, I ain't gonna.
I guess the only thing is, like I've been saying before, just focus on your community, focus on your neighbors, and don't focus on your family, and don't get wrapped
focus
up
on yourself, then your family, then your community, then your neighborhood, then your community. That's what it should be.
Yeah, don't get too wrapped up in what the federal government's doing.
To some degree. We got a crazy federal government now.
Yeah.
We got a dictatorship.
But by a puppet. Because again, he ain't running nothing.
Oh yeah, one more thing. Apparently.
Oh, you know something? Okay.
Susan Wojcicki gave herself an award a couple.
Yeah, I
days
saw
ago.
that, which is weird as hell. Ain't that oxymoron like that? That was the women don't do all this blah blah blah. But now you got a woman giving herself an award of freedom. I'm like, but freedom of
speech, but yet you ban YouTubers for actually speaking.
Yeah, yeah. So stop it. That's crazy, but whatever. You have that nonsense. Oh yeah, and Jen Psaki. Okay, if anything, all right. I don't like you. I don't like your policies and everything. I'm not gonna lie to nothing. But give it to Jen Psaki. She's horrible. She's horrible at the job. What about you, Trip? For any final word?
Yeah, kind of. I actually did say it earlier, but I'm basically at the same mindset with Tim Pool and his cause that that these blue states, they're going crazier, and these people, or say the ones who are active, are still voting these very same people that got you in this mess. And well, for the silent majority, which is kind of a minority right now, like I said, the half that are leaving, or that have the recourse to leave, they're gone. The ones that stays behind, or even being forced to stay behind, probably they have little choice to do. Well, hunker up, find anyone that basically share your same thoughts and values, or maybe not same, but in a similar sense that, hey, you don't want your town, your place, your building, your house, or anything burned down. Might as well step it up, because the police
are gone.
Exactly.
Yep. I get that. And for me, I'm saying the usual myself. I do not care for this crap that much. I'm not gonna again make these those who are criminals and did horrible stuff, and they asked for the demise. I'm not gonna make them into no heroes or nothing. Again, I got other names I could come up with that did that and say they didn't do nothing about it. But these kind of stuff, I'm not doing. That's my final thought. But other than that, thank you for your time, your ears, your space, your ears, your eyes, and your time, because it's very important to you. Again, I hope you guys have a good weekend. Be careful out there. Enjoy yourself. And remember, all's well too. Watch multiple sources, because you can see all this. We just talked about the story could go all crazy. And then for those who didn't get to watch last night's show, check out the show. Check out the show. It'll be on YouTube at Project Open Mic. It will be broadcast again. I'll put it in live streams kind
Tomorrow.
of stuff so you can see it. So catch it up, comment, do whatever, share. That's all. That's how we always go. Thank you for that. And with that said, peace out. Remember, people are stupid, individuals are smart. Be that smart individual. This is Take signing out for the side chat for Project Open Mic. Peace.
Fight like hell.